Hello, Dallas aka Inferness here, and welcome to a fresh new series. Now, this series is going to be kind of a spin-off to YouTube Unsolved. You might have heard about that one if you're familiar with this YouTube channel. And basically, it's going to be covering not just specific mysteries, but the very most disturbing channels on YouTube. Without further ado, this is the most disturbing channels on YouTube that should not exist. Part 1. We're going to be looking into the deepest depths of what you can consider the YouTube iceberg. Even icebergs that go off of YouTube, and icebergs of other icebergs, if that makes any sense. Basically, we're going to be trying to find the absolute most unnerving and most unsettling cold cases when it comes to entire channels and the videos that are linked with them. Now, we have some pretty fire ones for this particular episode. The first pilot of this series, and I can't wait to start them right now. But before we get straight into that, this video was made possible by Creator Cash. We've talked about Creator Cash here before, but if you haven't already heard of it, and you're interested in advancing yourself as a creator on YouTube or any other social media, there's honestly no better place to look. One of the most important things when you're making online content yourself is making sure that you have full control over all your money. And basically, Creator Cash gives you that ability. And even better than that, the new Creator Bank that Creator Cash offers is the first official bank for creators that allows you to cash out your earnings whenever you want at the touch of a button, along with personalized analytics to understand your performance and growth, and a card that will gain points when you spend. So make sure you download the Creator Cash app through the description link and get yourself an account if you're serious about your career as a creator. Anyways, let's get into the first channel. Robert Helpman is a YouTube channel with a very friendly looking profile picture. If you were to see it, you wouldn't think anything of it. Well, this channel was started in 2015, and on the very hour of the first day of it being started, it were to upload all of the videos that will ever be uploaded to the channel. 10 videos on the entire channel, all under 1 minute long, adding up to be exactly 5 minutes and 27 seconds. July 12, 2015 is when the entire debacle started. Now, these 10 videos all seem to feature one similar pattern. Each one of them contained one object that was wrapped in a garbage bag type of thing. An object which, if you were to use your two eyes, can be determined to look very similar to a human body. The body featured in these videos was clearly named Daisy by the uploader, as Daisy was featured in the titles of every one of these videos, and each one of these videos has this object in this trash can bag set up in a different way each time, serving as a very avant-garde role-playing setup for each video. And since all of these videos were posted in the exact same day, that shows us that these videos were prepared and planned beforehand. And there's absolutely no other context than that, and there was never provided any information, especially from the YouTube owner of Robert Helpman themselves. The videos are all arranged in a fashion which clearly is supposed to convey some kind of sequence of events. And even in some of the final videos, a separate figure starts to make an appearance, always wearing a burlap sack type of covering, and very heavy looking clothes, becoming more violent towards the end of the videos, and even at one point doing this. Leading up to the very final video on the channel, Daisy Leaves, which will be followed by this channel's forever inactivity afterwards. Some might argue that this entire thing was a metaphor to the exact order of events of how this person died, or was killed, documented in a very sadistic recreation, also showing the killer responsible throughout the entire sequence of time. The most creepy aspects of this whole thing is that nothing else was ever proven about it. No matter how much you want to just say to yourself that this was some kind of edgy art project, nothing ever came out about this, and never was any explanation or debunking ever surfaced about the explanation of this YouTube channel. There was never any further information about what exactly Daisy is, And who exactly is Robert Helpman? Of course, not being their real name. What their intentions were with the video. Leaving the Robert Helpman channel to this very day, one of the most prime candidates for an actual cold case of a legitimate murder still available to be seen on YouTube to this very day. It's up for you to decide. Yet another name to cross off the totally unexplained list is Larry Sycamore. Now this channel is no longer around, but some sources claim to have the entire archive of all the videos that was ever posted to this channel, all available to be seen offline on the internet. But when this channel was public, it was a striking contrast between it and something like Robert Helpman, because it was supposedly a very normal channel until one single point of time, which definitely makes the probability of it all just being one big hoax or art project to be substantially lower. The channel was uploading normal videos about not too notoriable things like hunting, hiking, and fishing before it started to go weird. And the one day it all seemed to change, the uploader started only posting videos of being out in a large body of water almost every single day for 49 days straight, without stopping once. And the person recording never spoke or showed their face at any time throughout any of these videos, or even in the previous videos on their entire channel, making it a whole lot harder to, for one, believe the whole thing, and secondly, to entirely figure out what's going on with it. So basically, this channel was just all of a sudden uploading videos every single day on a boat in the middle of this large body of water, presumably an ocean, and every single day also, the videos would start to become more and more unsteady and frantic, some of them even starting to show a huge cluster of empty water bottles and other things and trash in this boat, along with the breathing and the behavior of the person holding the camera, whether you could even see their face, being obviously more distraught. And all this information is coming from the sources that claim to have all these videos downloaded because they're not available anymore, so until that is fully proven to be the case, it'll have to be saved for probably an entire episode of YouTube Unsolved, so stay tuned to that. But what this all implies on a general level is that the uploader of this channel was lost at sea for 49 days. On the 49th and last video of this channel being very shaky movements, heavy breathing, and very labored movements showing the surface of the water and everything else being very hard to see. Some videos were filmed at night, and you could actually only hear the breathing of the person behind the camera. Sometimes with splashes in the background, the person becoming more scared after hearing these splashes. Most of these videos only lasted a minute, and nothing more than that. And there was some claims that this channel was tied to an actual person who was missing back in 2016, who also went by the name of Larry, who supposedly, from the last person who had seen him, had went off and gone fishing just before he was never seen again. It's, of course, never to be confirmed on whether or not this was the owner of this now deleted YouTube channel. And how it was deleted or how the person had Wi-Fi if they were indeed lost at sea is obviously not known. But something could have terribly gone wrong with this entire thing, causing this person to become a real-life stranded deep castaway. As what you would expect, more is needed to be investigated into this mystery, but as of now, it remains deleted and still unsolved. Now, the third and final mystery is not really a disturbing channel that shouldn't exist, so to speak, but instead the backstory and the overall legacy of it certainly is. The story of SnakebitMcGee. One of the most perplexing, sad, and unbelievably unsettling cold cases that could ever be covered on YouTube. SnakebitMcGee was a person by the name of Kenny Lee Veach, and he had a mainly hiking and outdoors type of YouTube channel. He would even make videos about certain inventions that he would create. And he personally prided himself on the physical toll that he would put into making every single hike video. He would even say things like, "My hikes are brutal and my toes would turn black after going on the distance of the hike," and that leads to the situation that ended up costing this person's existence. Not even life, because no one knows what happened to him. In late 2014, Kenny replied to a comment in one of the comment sections of his video called Son of an Area 51 Technician, in which he started talking about a story where he found a very anomalous cave in the middle of the desert, which was shaped as a perfect M, and upon going near it because he was curious, upon seeing what it was in the middle of a normal hike that he would be going on, he started finding out that his body would start vibrating violently as he got closer to it, and upon reaching the very entrance of the cave, he would feel this unbelievably unnerving feeling of fright and existential dread, to the point where he just could not go near it anymore, and he had to go away. Upon having this comet be seen by people, everyone started demanding, effectively, that he would go back to try to find what this cave was. Now, this cave was in the middle of southern Nevada, and if you know anything about all that, there's lots of weird malarkey going on in that entire area of the world anyways. You got Area 51, the, I don't know, most mysterious and well-known conspiratorial site in the entire world, and you got all kinds of other UFO-related areas based off of other conspiracy theories, and almost every conspiracy theory, ancient aliens type weird thing has some kind of link to that area. It would not be surprising if there also was some kind of interdimensional cave in the shape of an M. But of course, instead of just ignoring the people who were demanding him to go to this cave and not going to the cave because it was a very frightening experience, unfortunately, SnakebitMcGee decided to set out for another exhibition to this cave to see if he could finally find it. And he never returned. Ever. He never posted the video of this final expedition to the M cave because he was never seen again. Now, there's more to this whole situation than just a disappearance. Lots of people are very separated in terms of the opinions of what happened to this man. Some being as sad as that he took his own life because of certain life situations, or some far out as that he found the M cave and something about that caused him to never be found again. Because certain aspects of his presence were found in the area of a mine of which he made a previous hike video at before, so lots of people felt that that was good enough proof that he indeed did, unfortunately, succumb to his own life choices. But also, the fact that nothing else of his existence or nothing of his whereabouts was ever found or located anywhere up to this point 6 years later after his disappearance in 2014, some people might say that it had something to do with him being silenced because of his findings of this ridiculously mysterious cave. But no one will ever know, because despite his disappearance, almost 7 years ago, his channel remains public, and you can go to it to this very day. No one knows what the heck happened to him, and he is missing. Not assumed dead entirely, also not assumed alive. By far, the most precarious cold case on YouTube to date in terms of mysterious disappearances. So that is pretty much all that there is with these three channels that were very disturbing, some of which the backstories just are plain out ridiculously scary and mysterious that they honestly should not exist in our reality. If you found yourself entertained by some of these and you want to actually find out more about mysterious things on YouTube, go to the Discord server in the link in the description where we have YouTube Unsolved. Season 3 will be coming up shortly, and you can find more mysteries and share them and discuss them with other people on there. These were the three channels for today's episode. I thought they were kind of crazy, and I thought that they were the best picks for the pilot of this series. If you want to submit your own finding to YouTube Unsolved, use the email that's in the about page of this YouTube channel. Hopefully this wasn't so spooky as to ruin the rest of your day. So I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.